What's up, guys? This is Ninja on a Ninja, and I have a quick three-part video today. Got three little videos to show you that I responded to. Um, so I wrote a comment and I wanted to talk about them, but the point of this is to present them and to show you how it should be, and this is just the right way. It's hard to explain. Like, there's stuff in the world that will that they created to capture you and captivate you. And things are designed to get you to want to watch it, right? But these things will ruin your life and that make you fat and stuff, right? But there's things in the world that if you just kind of force yourself to do it, you'll benefit, basically. Right? Like the goal is to basically be as smart as you possibly can be to make sure no one else takes advantage of you and who you are. This is why you need a coach and you need like a father and a mother, basically, so they can bring you upright and just so you're ready. Basically, that's what it is. So you're ready to take on the world. Then you go out into the world and you just grow. And then once you've reached the end point, you have a kid and so forth and so on. Unfortunately, society, like Trump and his whole posse, and how they're screwing with the world, making it towards like you're climbing, but there's a wall, and they're on top, and they want to make sure no one else can take it. Basically, they climbed the ladder and pulled up the ladder behind them. That's kind of what's going on, and that's what they're doing. That's why they want to cut funds and whatnot. They have billions of dollars and yachts and investments. Like, they have money to invest, right? And they're telling us we're spending too much. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, politics aside, it's just watch, watch. Okay. So, lab grown mini brain. This is by Dr. Ben Miles. Okay. Now, I don't know Dr. Ben Miles. It seems to be he has some good content. As far as who he is and what he is, I don't know, so I wouldn't recommend or not recommend him. But as is, I'm saying, I don't know. But this is a cool video. What he says, we'll see. You'll see.
Scientists just built the first mini-brain with multiple brain regions that can work together. In the past, studying the brain meant
Real quick, I appreciate the fact that he showed up but disappeared. I hate when people just like they show you like how I'm in the bottom corner. What they'll do is they'll be like, "Oh shit, wrong thing." They'll be like, "Hey guys, I have a video for you to watch today," and then they'll be like that big. You know what I mean? Like, dude, go away. Like, stop. What are you doing? Like, get out of here. Like, we don't need you here. You don't need to be here. Like, what the fuck? Like, I think this is too big. See, even this is too big for me. I want you to know there is a person. I'm not a bot robot. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so we'll start over. But yes, I appreciate the fact he showed up and left.
Scientists just built the first mini-brain with multiple brain regions that can work together. In the past, studying the brain meant invasive methods.
I present to you the lobotomy.
Surgery, electrodes that threaded deep into neural tissue, or even removing sections of the brain to see what functions stop working. But now, scientists have a better option. These fleshy tic-tacs are actually clumps of stem cell-derived tissue known as organoids, and each small cell cluster mimics the functions of a single brain region. But without blood vessels, supporting cells, or multiple specialized regions, they're nowhere near the complexity of a real human brain.
So, real quick, side note, I didn't catch this the first time I watched it, but they're stem cells. So they're cells rather, that came from somebody. So that their DNA basically is what this is. If that makes sense. This is why when you have kids and when people are so like, oh, I need to have kids and it's spread my DNA. That's what this is. That's what that is. It's someone's DNA. It's being turned into somebody or something or so. We don't know because they're fucking with it. They don't understand it. This is complex, and they're not sure and they don't understand, but they're going forward anyways. Part of me is like, okay, but at the same time, you'll see. This actually pertains to my comment that I left. Um, but anyways, yeah, they're discovering something. This is good. It's good. It makes you curious, it makes you wonder, and it's a new frontier. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
In order to make a more accurate model, a team of researchers at Johns Hopkins.
Oh, so the point was, real quick, to reiterate, is it's DNA from somebody. It's not just we made it, but we got something from someone, and then we put it together, and then we created something. But it came from someone. That's the point.
University just grew the world's first multi-region brain organoid. They started by
Okay.
growing separate organoids for the cerebrum, midbrain, and hindbrain. Then they added support cells that form blood vessels and
So I had a concern here because, like, okay, cool, you have three things, and you're saying that it's this and this and this, but what makes them that? It's just right now it's a ball, and you named it. For all we know, it could be three cups of soup that you named, and like, okay, what? Like, you're not being specific. Like, support cells, what are those? Like, they support the thing, and they do this, and then this cell is. You know what I'm saying? He didn't break it down enough. So, anyways, continue.
specialized neurons. They fused all these components together using extracellular matrix proteins, basically nature's superglue. And after leaving the brain to grow for another 20 days, it was just 4 millimeters across, but contained over 6 million neurons. And researchers.
Okay, and remember, it's from somebody. Okay? So it came from somebody, and apparently it's developing, and as is, all we know is A, B, and C, and it grew. That's literally all we have to draw from this. So.
Has found that instead of staying confined to their own neighborhoods, the neurons in each brain region had branched out and were sending signals across the borders, communicating with other regions.
Okay.
Incredibly, the brains showed 80% similarity to a 40-day-old human embryo's brain.
I would need to. I need to know more about it. That statement, I think, is misleading. It's similar, but it's not the same. You know what I mean? Like, it's like an AI. It's not really intelligent, right? It's not artificial either. It's not artificial intelligence because it's not. It's not AI, basically, because intelligence means it will find a way. Basically, that's basically what I call intelligence. It's just eventually it finds a way, right? AI will not find a way, right? You can't fake it. It either is or it isn't. That's what AI is, right? Or intelligence is. AI, I believe, is just advanced engineering, basically, advanced education or advanced programming, but it's not artificial intelligence because again, it is or it isn't. That's it. So, anyways,
A level of realism never seen before in lab-grown models. The brain even developed an early blood-brain barrier, the brain's security system for controlling what enters and exits. This
Okay.
breakthrough could help scientists understand neurodevelopment and
that again, it's stem cells, so it's just being natural. It's just that's what they do, but it doesn't. You're not doing anything. You have it's almost like cancer. You created cancer is what you did. It's not really alive, a life rather. You said it's 80%, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a house but no one's home. You know?
watch how disorders like autism or schizophrenia may take shape. It also
don't
offers a
think so.
faster and safer way to test brain-targeting drugs.
Not
If you love
really.
science and want a front row seat to the rise of the 4 millimeter brain empire,
Uh-oh.
follow for more.
I don't think that's valid. Anyways, my comment. What if they accidentally create life? Will these tests stop for the sake of suffering on the new life that was created? Now, I understand that this life would be different than human life, but my point is it's still alive, and its feelings are real even if the life is not. So, with that said, what would you do? What would happen? What's the situation? Right? That's basically what I said from that video. Right? That was the comment I left. But anyways, now to the next one. This this was just interesting. Okay. Anyways,
To prevent screws
so all of that with the bend, just okay. Number two.
from loosening, we typically use washers, but how effective are these solutions really? We're about to conduct a comparison test. This machine will put them through the ultimate challenge. First, we test a standard nut with no washer at all. Once the vibration begins, the locking force plummets. In less than 4 seconds, it has completely failed.
Nothing in the world will ever vibrate like this machine, but this is a good test in the sense that like this is the most extreme condition and you're trying to make something that works considering relative, right? But it's versus something extreme, whereas today people are making things that don't matter and then everyone's trying to jump behind it like it matters and they're trying to add a sense of urgency where there isn't none. Like they're all jumping in or jumping off a cliff basically because they're chasing a dragon that they'll never catch because it's not real, right? It's kind of like religion in a sense, but religion I understand because the goal is the chase. That feeling that you get from believing, that's you do it if that's what you want, go for it, right? If that's what you need, if that's what you believe, so be it. No one can take that from you, and no one can force it on you either. Right? It goes either way, as far as religion goes. I'm agnostic. I don't know, but I can't say there is or isn't. But if there is, cool. If there isn't, fuck. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. So that's the point with this. If it's the most extreme, like, and this will never happen. Like even on airplanes and tanks and shit, they don't vibrate anywhere near as much as this. But this test is valid because they're just trying. It's okay. If you fail, it's okay. It's a good screw. It still works. It still works, right? Even if it fails, it still worked. Is my point. But today, like, you guys are all fucking chasing and just. Anyways.
Next, we test the situation using a common spring washer. While it does provide some initial resistance, the locking force still returns to 0 after just 10 seconds. The third method
10 seconds though.
is a double nut structure. The initial effect is good, but the locking force still shows a significant linear decline over time.
Over time, but it may, like, eventually it will stop or it depends. Anyways.
A nylon self-locking nut specifically designed to resist vibration. Its performance is certainly impressive, maintaining a strong locking force. However, it still shows a gradual sliding phenomenon. All of these traditional methods eventually loosen because they rely on friction, which is no match for sustained vibration. But this is the wedge locking washer, and it fundamentally changes the game. It is composed of 2 interlocking pieces. It works through a wedge effect, not friction, to prevent rotation. Now let's observe the vibration test. Even under continuous vibration, its locking force remains incredibly stable, ensuring an excellent and reliable fastening effect. Despite the permanent feeling lock, the disassembly process is just as simple.
Wait, what? Because I just now realized if you look, the test isn't the same. Like the other one's like bzzz, this is like bzzz, 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 like
Stable, ensuring an excellent and reliable fastening effect. Despite the
you
permanent
see it. See how it's like not moving and then starts moving.
rotation. Now let's observe the vibration test. Even under continuous vibration, its locking force remains incredibly stable, ensuring an excellent and reliable fastening effect, despite the permanent feeling.
See, like, you're not showing it in reality. Like this, I don't know. It seems like bullshit to me.
Lock. The disassembly process is just as simple as a normal nut. This type of washer can significantly reduce the risk of mechanical accidents. It is
I
now
don't
widely
think so.
used in critical applications like bridges, vehicle wheels, and heavy machinery.
I think the only reason why it's used is because you tricked somebody.
So what is the most interesting use for a bolt you have ever seen? Let us know below. To prevent
Shut
screws
up. Anyways, my comment. I just want to say, regardless of, if it works or not, that this direction is a direction you can actually go down and use intelligence and apply intelligence and show intelligence. It's not educational, it's life, basically. And we as a society have forgotten this aspect that is life intelligence. And this is where nerds come from, and how and why they will end the world if left unchecked. And the same is true under reverse conditions, where we flip the roles, where we leave it like in a dumbass's hands, right? A dumbass will lead us off a cliff, much like a nerd will chase a ball they'll never catch. Like, we gotta be careful and make sense of what we do. This is why life, it depends, right? And this is why I give shit to Neil deGrasse Tyson, because when asked what would you break it down to, he said maybe. And that to me was like a slap. I was like, dude, I'll never respect you now because of what you just said. But anyways, I just wanted to point this out so that people who feel stupid don't need to feel stupid. It just means you weren't to read, you were meant to bolt, in a matter of speaking, right? So you may be, or you may not be intelligent as far as math, and you may not be able to crunch numbers, but you can fix an engine. You can fix a car, you can fly an airplane, you can drive a jet, you know what I'm saying? Like, you may not be good at this, but you can do that, and that's fine. And I think the system fucked up, and they make, what's it called, people who are stupid fly a jet. Like, people who can't handle the process, they put them in the situation to handle it, and that's what they're doing. And fakers and whatnot exist, where they fake like, oh, I could do that, and they show up and they can't do it, but they just want the money, and they just want the power, and they want the swag and the, and whatever, right? So anyways, that's what I've seen with that. So that's that one. Okay, and then the last one. Here you go. Travel deep inside a leaf life, and this is uploaded by California Academy of Sciences. Travel deep inside a leaf, and annotated version, California Academy of Sciences. I hate when people do that. Like, it says it right there. Why are you putting it in your title? Stop doing that. It's silly. I didn't put the text on. We'll do it twice. It's fine. So I'll admit I skipped through most of this because I was like, cool, you just flying through whatever, I don't care. Cool, whatever. It's not really zooming, you're just kind of gliding along. Like, so far you're walking up to it. Now you're zooming. Now we're getting closer. Now we're getting, you see what I'm saying? Closer. Oh, the window by glass. I guess that's to specify. Yes, it disappeared. Okay, so it's intentional. Okay. And we're just gliding, we're just traveling along, like, that's why I was like, okay, whatever, so what, skip's gonna skip. That's how I was doing when I watched this, but the first time. Now it's zooming. This seems like zooming. This felt like gliding along like this is zooming. For a while, it wasn't zooming. Now it's zooming. Yeah. I was like, okay, cool. It looks like nature. Like trees and birds, bushes. Right? This is what nature would look like if humans didn't inhabit it. Okay, so that was the video. And now to watch it again, but this time we're approaching a redwood tree to animate a scientifically accurate leaf. Artists studied the texture of redwood leaf specimen on a glass slide at high resolution. They even counted the stomata and used that exact count for this film. That's cool. These leaves. Wait, did I miss something? Okay. Making sure. These leaves would be measured on a centimeter scale. Throughout the animation, we'll gradually zoom in on to smaller scales. As they approach a stoma, and we are now on a millimeter scale. And by the way, this abrasion or hole or whatever, for the sake of, I get it, but like, explain it maybe. Anyways, the hole didn't mention anything. As we enter the interior of the leaf, we see many individual palisade cells. These cells are where photosynthesis takes place. They are translucent to allow sunlight to enter. So this is the powerhouse. That society, right? That civilization is living on sun energy. Basically, that's what they're doing. They're that's crazy. That's like solar power right there. If you think about it, all of this is powering what we're zooming into, that nature that I talked about earlier. That's what all that energy is going into, to feed and to supply or apply. That's what all this is. That's what we can do. We can put like satellites out there to absorb sunlight, right? To charge like huge batteries and then come crashing down to Earth and go pick them up, and boom, we have like super radiated energy bombs, like essentially, but use them for energy for like cars and shit. Hey, that's nuts, dude. So anyways, that's a cool thought though. is send something up to absorb energy, direct energy, right? Because the sun, we have the ozone and atmosphere and all that shit. So it has to get like some of it gets absorbed by the atmosphere, and we just get the sun rays, right? So imagine instead it's all absorbed into like something as big as a house, so like a fucking, you know what I'm saying? A huge, like a rocket ship, right? And then it comes crashing in, and then that radiation, atom bomb type thing, powers the city for a month, right? Like, damn. As we approach this, okay, we ready? Wait. As we approach a single positive cell zoom down scale shift size. I didn't read it, apparently. Okay, so as we approach a single palisade cell, we'll zoom down to the micrometer scale. These shapes inside the cells are originals. The bright globules at the bottom are the Golgi apparatus. The yellow spotted tubes are endoplasmic reticulum studded with ribosomes. No idea. The large blue membrane surrounds the nucleus. The purple blobs are mitochondria. Shouldn't we zoom into the nucleus? Like that seems, or at least go by it or something. The faint yellow spiderweb structure of the cytoskeleton provides structure and support of the cell, like bones. Nature's nuts. You are about to enter a chloroplast. Inside, you see flat pancake-like membranes, structures called thylakoids. This is where the light-dependent reactions of photosynthesis take place to produce ATP, the cell's energy carrier molecule. So those things that we're seeing, those things are, I forget the name of them. They absorb sunlight, basically. That's a solar farm. The time scale has changed. The molecules are shown moving 1 million times slower than in real life. Huh. I wonder what. As we near an individual thylakoid, the emissions continues to shrink down to the molecular level where things are measured by nanometers. The green and blue bush-like structures are photosystems, clusters of proteins that absorb light energy from the sun and help convert into the chemical energy that's stored in the bonds of the energy carrier molecule called ATP. The yellow-green rotating structures is the enzyme called ATP synthase or something. This small molecular machine facilitates the flow of protons down their concentration gradient from one side of the thylakoid membrane to the other, using the energy released in the process to assemble ATP. So apparently this is still super slow, but those things are still vibrating a motherfucker, so that's crazy. And the things are spinning like Do they spin hell fast? What the fuck? The pulses of light in the thylakoid membrane in which photosystems are embedded represent energized electrons being passed from one photosystem to another, passing along the energy which will be stored in the bonds of ATP, the classic bucket brigade. Yeah, bucket brigade, yeah. The small wiggles are ATP molecules. Living things store energy in the bonds of ATP molecules. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Living things store energy in the bonds of the ATP molecules and then use that energy to conduct all the processes of life. I wouldn't say of life, but I get, like, it's hard to explain. They mean it, but they don't. It means something, but there's something else to draw from. It's complicated. Which, what's interesting, missing, or altered, find out by visiting. That's a leaf, by the way. So you tell me, is life? Are we in a what's it called? Are we in a recording? Are we made by something? I don't think so. I think we are the real deal. I don't think there's anything like we aren't pretend. We aren't artificial. We're the real deal because of how deep we can go, basically, and how far down we can go. And the question is, how far can we go? How far do we go? Right? And then that whole concept of God, like, where does your consciousness go? Like, you do dream. So what is that? Where is that? Where does that go? Like, is that in your body somewhere and it gets absorbed by a plant and you become one of these things? Or what? What? Or just it goes blank and everything's just off? I don't believe that everything's off. We dream, for crying out loud. We dream, like, so. I think your life is where you end up, and people who believe that's good. This is why I believe. I don't know if it's real or not. I can't say, but I believe. If people say that's why I end my videos like God bless, Godspeed, peace out, don't let the door hit you or the Lord split you, and blah blah. Because I don't know, but if it's true, you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna be an atheist and say there's no God. There's no God. Like, that's the most ignorant fucking stance ever. Anybody with a brain would be like me, would agree. I don't know, but if there is, I'm going to be a good boy. And even if there isn't, society benefits from me being a good boy. You know what I'm saying? So if we encourage being a good boy and we encourage that, that's good. And I will tell you right now, the world has tempted me to become corrupt. And it's not because I'm bad, it's because I don't have a fucking choice. They make you a liar, they make you a cheater, they make you steal. They they have $1 billion yachts and shit. $1 billion yachts, $300,000 airplane, $300 million for a sky palace. And you can't give a kid an apple? Fucking shut up, dude. Anyways, I showed you these 3 videos because they were interesting to me. I watched them because I watched them. I like them because I like them. No one pointed me to say, oh, do this or do that or benefit from me or give me my. It's just, I liked it. That's it. I think the world can benefit from it. I think you can learn from it. I cover religion, for crying out loud. Just a fucking plant and zooming into a plant and I connecting it to God. Like, what's up, son? No one can fucking relate to me. I'm the master. All right, Captain Planet. Uh. Anyways, be well, be happy, be safe. I hope you enjoyed. This is my showing to you. I posted the video, the title, the names of those involved of the 3 videos. You know what? Hold on. Let me see if they'll pop up. Oh shit.
Scientists just built the first mini.
Because what I'm gonna do is put them in the words of a Wheezy Waiter, the doodly do. So, anyways, I don't know what the hell happened to that guy. But he was fake. He was a sellout. That's all I know. But so I'm gonna take that from you. So I'm saying it here, Wheezy Waiter. I'm taking your doodly do line. It's mine now. Just like what's his name? I forget. Fuck, there was somebody. Oh, Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro. There was something he said, and I'm taking it. I forgot what he said. Fuck. I gotta find out. But I took it from him. It's his torch passing days are over, and he sold out and he gave in. I will push forward, right? I'll never sell out. I'll never become corrupt. I'll never be what they are. I'll never be tempted, right? No matter how hot or fucking how much money you're worth or whatever, I will never give in, right? Just like Jesus Christ on his cross, the cross and shit. You give in, you give in. I'm probably gonna die because of this. It's on my YouTube. Like, I'm honorable to a fault, and I'm honest to a fault. Like, I would say, like, I would benefit. I would probably be the president right now if I was a liar and cheater, right? And user, and just all these girls that I knew, if I just fucked them just to fuck them and then I left them because, right? I could have like a fucking 10-foot dick right now because I was alpha. I was dope as fuck. Anyways, I'm dope. I'm trying not to sell out. But anyways, I pulled up those videos again because I want to at them in the info to give them props for their creations. But yeah, there you go. You've seen them. I hope they inspired thought. So peace out, be well, be happy, be safe, take care, be loved, God bless, be strong, and don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Peace.